True Capitalist Radio. I'm the badass of business and the prognosticator of prognosticators. Give CIA levels of assessments predicting the future. The future. The future. It's time for True Capitalist Radio. Turn that shit up. It's time for True Capitalist Radio. Turn that shit up. Sparking synapses in the internet underground. Everyone knows who I am. The world is my chessboard and war is the tool of the game. Don't hate me, I'm just a messenger. Say what you want about me, but I speak the truth. The truth, the truth. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 740. Episode number 740 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread this show across the internets and throughout the world. And let everybody you know, let them all know that the True Capitalist Radio broadcast is in effect and in the house. And we are live. It is February 27, 2025, believe it or not. And let's get this episode 740 started. And before we do, please add to your bookmarks and add to your favorites my official website. And it is the website that we're going to be following today, ghost.report. All right, ghost.report. That's all you got to type into your browser. And, of course, I am also on X or Twitter. You can follow me on there at The Ghost Report. All one word, no underscores. The Ghost Report. All right, so look, we are live here. Let's go ahead and get right into it, folks. And let me tell you, just as the title said, I was right about Donald Trump throughout the whole 2024 election cycle, and now it's coming to pass. But before we get into any political talk, let's go ahead and talk about the markets. The markets, folks, are in free fall sell-off. I mean, take a look at this. Dow Jones Industrial is down today 0.45%. Closing out the Dow at 43,239 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. S&P 500 is down 1.59%. S&P 500 closes out at 5,861.57 points for the S&P 500. And the NASDAQ taking it on the teeth today. It is down 2.78%, closing out the NASDAQ at 18,544.42 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, the reason we're seeing massive negativity this week is because of the tariffs. I mean, you're reading a headline right here. Trump tariff push has spooked investors. It has spooked investors. And as I stated, folks, back during the damn 2024 election cycle, I said that all of you people that were voting for Donald Trump, you really don't know why you're voting for him. Because I told each and every one of you that he's not going to bring down prices of everyday goods. He's not going to do the things that he said. And to be completely honest with you, I said that he's going to accelerate this downfall of our economy because of his economic policies. All right? And this is proof of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some commodities, all right, and take a look at how that has been faring out in the first part of this administration. Let's take a look at the year-to-date or year-to-year right here. Crude oil right now, it is up $1.53. Current price for crude oil is $70.15 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. But as you can see, we do have energy prices somewhat coming down on the Brent crude and the WTI sweet crude end. But take a look at natural gas. Natural gas year to year is up 91.70%. Not very good. Gasoline down, that kind of couples with crude oil. And as you can see, most things on the energy side, except for Europe, I mean, this is gasoline in Europe. It is up 76.54%. UK gas is up 66.58%. As you can see, kind of mezzo, if I don't say so myself, when it comes to energy. Now, take a look at the metals, folks. Now, right now, we're going to see a dip. And the reason we're seeing a dip right now in the markets in general is because of all the layoffs that are happening across America. You keep reading up, this is closing, that's closing, and it's massive amount of private sector jobs that are being lost, and these people are being laid off. And as a result, a lot of these people have things saved. They've got commodities, they've got equities, they've got crypto, and they are selling off, and you can feel it. You can feel it in this market. That's why I kept telling everybody, don't hold the majority of your wealth in any of these equities, because by the time you recognize that this damn thing is selling off, you've already lost most of your cash. You know what I'm saying? So once again, gold right now, it is down today, $43.81. Current price for gold is $2,875.45 per troy ounce of gold. And silver also taking it a little bit downward. It is down 65 cents. Current price for silver is $31.22 per troy ounce of silver. But these two commodities, folks, gold and silver, look very attractive amidst all this uncertainty that we're seeing in this current administration. Take a look at copper, folks. As I've stated, I'm somewhat bullish on copper. I have been for the past couple of years because of this push for electronic vehicles. Just take a look at the amount of copper in poundage it needs in order for an electronic vehicle to actually operate. It's unbelievable. But look, as you can see, copper is up 18.77% year to year. And other than that, metals has been pretty flat, as you can see, with the exception of steel. As you can see, within the month, steel has gone up 22.5%, or I should say 22.05%. And the reason is the tariffs on Trump. The tariffs on Trump. And Justin Carvalot, Wall Street goes, poo-poo. Well, Justin Carvalot, they are definitely eating crow right now, because I don't think that what Trump is doing economically, Wall Street had in mind. But let's not go there. Let's take a look at what we all need to survive, and that is agriculture and livestock. Let's take a look at agriculture, folks. Take a look at all the green in year to year. All right, take a look at all the green year to year. Everybody is paying more for everything, and as I stated, there is no end in sight. There is absolutely no end in sight unless everybody goes into an economic depression, which I believe we're headed into, in my view. All right, wheat, I mean, it's down year to year 5.17%. Lumber is up year to year 7.28%. On the month, it is up 10.25%. All right, palm oil, which is in everything. And hold on, wait a minute. We got Kits Does a Flip here. Let me see what Kits Does a Flip has in store for us. Hey, Ghost, when you talk about crypto/meme coins on the show, will you bring up that Mr. Fuck You person who sunbursted himself to make a meme coin that made me think, that made me think and opened up my mind? Well, I'll briefly talk about it. They unfortunately took down the tweet that I wrote about it on my Twitter or X account. but I'll briefly talk about it. But anyway, let's continue. Cheers to Kits Does a Flip, all right? Palm oil, which, believe it or not, is almost everything. It's in almost everything. It is up 15.41% year to year. Cheese, take a look at cheese. It is up 9.59% year to year. Milk is up 17.23% year to year. We've got coffee. All you coffee drinkers, you're probably taking it on the teeth. Year to year, coffee is up 94.94%. Good God. Cotton is now contracting a little bit because of the tariffs, because remember, it's part of the commodities that we export. That's got to help build America was cotton, tobacco, indigo. Nobody's going to buy our cotton. It's down 39.30% year to year. Rice is also down 27.81%. And dude, whoever the hell donates as Kamala Harris, can you piss off with the Radio Graffiti Fund? This is not that kind of show. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, we've got canola. It is up 11.22% year to year. Cacao, which is the base for chocolate, it is up 41.34% year to year. And that's because they have some kind of a situation going on in the Ivory Coast. This happens every 10 years or so. I don't know if y'all remember the last time the Ivory Coast, they had a situation with their leader, Gumbagbo, back about 10 or 12 years ago, who refused to leave, and that caused the last spike in cacao, because that's where most of this shit is made, in the Ivory Coast. But tea is also up. It is up 21.96%. Sunflower oil, it is up 69.81% year to year. Rapeseed oil, it is up 29.65% year to year. Barley is up 5.05% year to year. Butter, take a look at butter, 28.48% year to year. So if you're wondering why you're paying more at the damn grocery store, you're seeing it. All right, now these are industrial goods, which only apply to those that are in the commercial manufacturing industry. Now we're in livestock. Take a look at eggs right here. Take a look at eggs. 166.17% year to year. All right, let's take a look at the chart on eggs. Look at that. We're at all-time highs on eggs, for Christ's sake. And wait a minute, we've got Jatario. It's ripe time to buy Bear Stearns, our financial institute. Dude, Bear Stearns went out of business in 2009. Anyway, our financial institutions are strong. I think he was being facetious there. All right, thank you once again, Jatario. Cheers to you. And Fruitcake Texan, hi, Ghost. I've been in a medically induced coma for at least 9 months. Do you mind doing a quick rundown on why ENVB took a big shit? Well, look, I'll be completely honest with you. We're in a weird market, okay? Right now, I just read it, Kits Does a Flip. I just read. Right now, people are going after the big, what do they call the Big 12 or the Big 7 or whatever the fuck they're calling it. These mega caps that are so over-speculated that it's fucking ridiculous. All right? Let me take in point NVIDIA. NVIDIA right now is trading 100 times its earnings, which is unfucking believable. And that's applicable to most mega caps at that point. So in my view, until these folks that are buying all these all-time high mega cap and blue chip stocks, once they become unpopular, there's going to have to be what they call rotation in investment. And right now, I think everybody should be eyeballing small cap growth stocks and trying to buy in on the low and just hold for at least 3 to 5 years. All right? And that's one of them that I'm holding for 3 to 5 years. Another one that went through the roof here recently was Firefly Neuroscience, both companies I'm talking about are alternatives to mental health, which I think is going to be very, very big, considering we have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the Health and Human Services Director, and he is not a proponent of the current methods of mental health treatment. The psychotropic drugs. So, in my view, I'm in it for the long term. There's a few other small caps that I'm in, but my portfolio is mostly in cash, and it's been mostly in cash ever since March of 2022. And hold on, Roger said GameStop is going to $120 this year. You heard it here on TCR. Shorts will get squeezed. Dude, they're about to go out of business. What are you talking about? Just as I told many of you Wall Street bets idiots, you see, this is where we're in. All right, we're in a method of euphoria in the markets where there is no rational reasoning behind investments. It's meme coins, it's meme stocks, it's over speculation, it's, monkey see, monkey do type of situation. So in my view, I think everybody needs to steer away from anything that is high priced right now, and you need to take a look at small cap growth stocks. All right, buy them right now, hold them to 3 to 5 years, and you'll be thanking me in that time, believe me. Remember when I told everybody, if y'all remember, some of you actually listen, I told everybody to buy NVIDIA back in 2010 when NVIDIA was $8. All right? When NVIDIA was $8, if you would have bought 1,000 shares of that shit and you would have held it up until this point, you'd have been worth at least $500,000 to $1 million. So I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. Anyway, let me get back to commodities. As we can see, eggs at all-time highs. All right, eggs at all-time highs. We take a look at beef. Beef is at all-time highs as well, folks. Beef is at all-time highs. Everything seems to keep going up. Everything seems to keep going up, and I mean, people are starting to feel it. People are starting to feel it. Take a look at this. This is off NerdWallet. Beef prices are near record high. What's going on? And I remember I said that I bought a whole bunch of beef and sliced it up and froze it, and many of you dumb trolls were like, "Hey, why are you doing that, Ghost? It's only eggs that are going up." Yeah, I'm sure you idiots are fucking eating deep-fried crickets right now, all right? I mean, have you seen a sirloin steak? A sirloin steak, for fuck's sake, is like $15 a pound. Fucking sirloin, for fuck's sake. But guess what? I'm eating steak every day because I pre-bought a whole shitload of fucking steak, cut it myself, it's in the freezer, and I'm eating fucking steak every day while you people are out here fanning your nuts for a fucking hot dog, which is made from lips and assholes, all right? So, who's laughing now there, boy? Anyway, not to mention, it's not just beef. We talked about it earlier. It's everything. Everything that we need to survive continues to go higher. Take a look at this. Put the PC shot on. Walmart shoppers rage that they need a loan as bulk eggs now cost more than a tank of gas. Huh? Oh, yeah, more than a tank of gas. But you know what? Trump, I mean, I guess he thinks he has the solution for this. I don't know if you saw the latest Ghost Dot report. This is the latest one, February 26. What is his idea? What is he going to do? Well, actually, it was on yesterday's. It wasn't on today's. It was on yesterday's. He's got $1 billion that he's going to put in to help fight the cost of eggs. I'm not joking around. $1 billion in order to stave off the price of eggs that is just fucking going mad out here. And I guess I didn't throw it. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't throw it in Ghost Dot Report. But either way, not looking good. If you happen to be an everyday person to go into the grocery store, it is not good. All right, but hey, Trump is going to pledge $1 billion. I don't know if he's going to buy people eggs. I have no idea. All right, but before I get ahead of myself, let's go ahead and cover crypto because this should be fun. All right, this should be hilarious. And all you crypto tards, I want y'all to know that I tried to tell you people to get the fuck out of crypto ever since that damn Trump coin was dropped. All right? When Trump coin dropped, I think everybody should have recognized that that was it for cryptocurrency. It's over. Fucking Trump ruined it for everybody. All right, take a look at this. Put the PC shot on. Bitcoin hit 83,000 today. Its current price is $84,599.31 per Bitcoin. And why are we seeing this price drop? Well, let me explain first and foremost. All right, I told you that when Trump dropped that Trump coin right before his inauguration, that ruined the crypto market for everybody. Everybody. And now, what are people doing? They're following in Trump's footsteps, and they're out here just throwing shit coins, trying to sell them, and rug pull everybody. So in my view, folks, so many people have gotten burnt on crypto that I think it's finally wearing out its welcome. And look, hey, Balljoy, I'm glad. What about 42 coin? Let's take a look at 42 coin, you fucking piece of shit. All right? Because while you idiots keep saying, oh, yeah, what about 42 coin? Take a look at how much it is. $165,000, you piece of shit. Guess what? While you idiots are out here saying, oh, yeah, what about 42 coin? I'm fucking raking it into the bank, you fucking moron. All right? So sit there and shut your fucking mouth with the fucking 42 coin. Sit there and seed, you fucking piece of shit. How do you like me now? I tried to tell each and every one of you on Twitter, all right, to get in on 42 coin. But what did you fucking idiots do? You put 2 or 3, 4 fingers in your ass. You gyrated it counterclockwise and said, you know what? You're so stupid. You're so dumb. Well, who's fucking laughing now, you fucking stupid loser? All right? You're paying fucking $13 for fucking eggs, all right? Why don't you get down on your fucking knees and spit shine my shoe, you fucking piece of crap? How do you like me now? All right, yeah, what about 42 coin? Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, fuck you. That's what it is, all right? Fuck you. Fucking piece of shit. Who's laughing at about 42 coin now, you piece of shit? And you know what? Sid, you know what? Let's just drop crypto, all right? It sucks. I don't think anybody should be investing in it, and if you are, I mean, I would only invest in who's close to the administration, and the creator of Cardano and XRP are, you know, they're going to be the ones that are going to be tapped by any government in order to use that cryptocurrency. And by the way, you know, let's not get ahead of myself, but I do want to say this on the latest version of Ghost Report. The Bank of Japan, all right, is adopting XRP, all right? And I'm sorry about the Kits Doesn't Flip, the Mr. Fuck You story. For all those that don't know, since he did donate, let me go over this for a second. All right, for all those that don't know, there was a guy named Mr. Fuck You who killed himself, literally killed himself for crypto. Now, I actually tweeted about this, but the fucking X took it down for some reason. But believe it or not, he was playing Russian roulette. He was playing Russian roulette. And he said to the people on his live stream, if I kill myself, make a meme coin out of it. Make a meme coin out of it. So anyway, folks, all right, now let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the current situation going on in the country, all right? Now, I told you all that this was going to happen. I told you all that Trump wasn't going to do a goddamn thing for you people. And did y'all believe me? No. And now look at you people. Take a look at this. 2 in 5 Americans say living in the U.S. is no longer enjoyable. Huh? What happened? I thought we were going to make America great again. Huh? What? Oh, piece of shit. All right, but look at this. 2 in 5 Americans think that living in the United States is no longer enjoyable. And in this article, 17% want to leave. 17% want to leave and get the fuck out of here. So that's great. Yeah, making America great again. Most Americans want to get the fuck out. Piece of crap. But hey, this is what y'all wanted. All you MAGA people, that's what y'all wanted, right? Hey, we're going to make America great again, Ghost. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Huh? We're making America great again. Oh, yeah? Not even the business leaders are down with this shit anymore. Take a look at this. American business leaders are turning on Trump fast. Huh? They're turning on Trump fast. Why? Because many people are out there. They're saying, I didn't vote for this. And wait a minute. 2 in 5 Americans voted for me. Fuck you, Kamala Harris. And fuck off with the goddamn radio graffiti bullshit. And since I'm reading donos, let me get to some of these Rumble rants. Sultan Czar Type 333, really funny. Devious Dave, is pork a good investment? I know a lot of guys that like to grease their hog. We've got Kits Does a Flip. Yes, I did read your Buy Me a Coffee, by the way. Cheers to Kits Does a Flip. And belligerent Brian Hagos, you sound pretty perturbed. Well, it's people like you that I wish would stop listening, all right? Because you people should be, with all due respect, your ashes should be fertilizing the crops, all right, in my view. But anyway, in Minecraft, of course. But once again, American businesses turning on Trump, and they're turning on Trump fast, because everybody loses with this economic policy that is being emphasized by this administration. Do you understand? Everybody suffers, everybody loses, even the big businessmen. Not looking good for old Trump over here. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. But with that being said, let's go ahead and cover what Trump and DOGE and Musk and all these people have done. Let's go back to the 24th. Now, as you can see, the lead in the 24th edition of Ghost Report Daily was a picture of Kash Patel saying, don't listen to this asshat. And, of course, there is a depiction of Elon Musk. And Trump's cabinet, and everybody remembers the infamous email that was sent by Elon Musk threatening federal workers to email what they did this week back or they're going to be fired. Well, Trump's cabinet came out and said, disregard the email, don't listen to him. Okay? So right there, on the February 24th, people were confused. Look at this, federal workers confused over Elon email. All right, buddy, but the thing about it is, Trump continues to back this guy. All right? Trump continues to back this guy. And look, it's really causing a lot of rift, not only internally with the folks within the administration, but also the people that voted for him. All right? The people that voted for him. Look at this. Majority of Americans are sick of DOGE and Musk. All right? They're sick of this crap. I mean, but I told you that this was going to happen. Remember, right after that fake assassination attempt this past summer, all right? And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, Trump chooses J.D. Vance, the fucking lover boy of one Peter Thiel. I told you that the PayPal mafia had taken control of Trump and that all you idiots that thought that Trump was going to come around, and I don't know what you thought he was going to do for you people. I have no idea what you people thought, but I'm not surprised by this at all. I'm not surprised by this. He is giving Elon Musk full control of our fucking government. All right? Now, funny thing is that if you take a look at the days go by when it comes to Elon Musk, all right? All right, Musk, when he was called out, and hold on, Froppy, I'll get to you in a minute. When Musk was called out about the cabinet, and the cabinet told their employees not just to disregard Elon Musk's email, Musk came out and said, well, okay, look, I'll give you another chance, all right? The first email was a mulligan. I'm going to give you another chance. This is a clear capitulation. This shows that there is dissension amongst the ranks. This is clear that Musk is probably taking things into his own hands and taking it upon himself to do shit. And this shows that it's who knows what the hell is happening in this administration. There is no clear line of communication whatsoever. All right? There's no clear line of communication. If you're not going to fulfill that threat of an email the first time, what makes you think people are going to remember you or even take you seriously the second time? I mean, this is horrible. All right? I mean, this is bad. It's disgusting. All right? And by the way, did you hear the HHS department, which is led by Robert F. Kennedy, on Elon's email? Take a look at this. HHS warns employees that responses to Elon Musk's request may be read by, quote, maligning foreign actors. Oh, I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, when you've got RFK Jr.'s department putting out an email to its employees saying not only disregard the email, but it could be read by maligning foreign actors. And you want to know why this is so important? And hold on, Justin, I'll get to you in a minute. You want to know why this is so important? Because I have always speculated that Elon Musk is aggregating our data with AI. And that data is being stored somewhere. And I've always speculated that it is being stored in China. And I wish people would do an investigation on whether or not our shit is being aggregated and being sent to China, Russia, or whoever, because at least according to the HHS, at least according to RFK, he speculates that may be the case. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable, man. And you know the thing about all this, it all comes down to this DOGE bullshit that Elon Musk is pushing. All right? And you know what Doge is doing? It's costing more money than it's cutting. Can you believe this shit? I mean, the hard truths about Trump's budget cuts, the cost in order to hire all these people and aggregate all this data and all this crap is costing more than the savings that it is in taking. I mean, it's an utter disgrace what has happened here. Utter disgrace. Utter disgrace. And, you know, there's no consistency. There's no consistency in Doge. Have you heard about this? Look at nearly 40 of the contracts canceled by Musk's Doge are expected to produce no savings. No savings whatsoever. So what the hell is all this about? If we're not actually saving money by using Elon Musk and Doge, then what the fuck is this? What is this all about, really? What is this all about? Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. And you know the funny part about it is everybody believes that Elon Musk is somewhat in charge of Doge. Folks, we found out that Musk is not in charge of Doge. I first brought it up on the February 26th edition. It is Amy Gleason, the Doge administrator. Now, how the hell did we find this out? Because there's a lot of court cases against Elon Musk and Doge, and they're fighting. I'm talking the administration. They're trying to claim that Elon Musk is not the administrator of Doge. He's merely a spokesperson for Doge. The real administrator is some bitch named Amy Gleason. Amy Gleason. Now, in this article, they just talk about who she is, all right? Now, in the latest version of Ghost Report Daily on the 27th, they unmask Amy Gleason, and I swear to God, you would think that it would be some sophisticated broad, I mean, I don't know, some bitch with glass, I don't know, something, right? What do you think the administrator of Doge would look like? Well, here she is. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. Are you fucking kidding? Is that a woman, or is that really a woman? Look at this shit. This is the person that is administrating Doge right now. This is the one that's in charge. This is the person that is aggregating data. I am not fucking kidding. All right? White House identified Amy Gleason as the acting leader of Doge, which was created by the Trump Organization to Find Waste. This piece of shit, this bitch looks like the broad that created Snopes or some shit. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. This is what is aggregating our data. Unfucking believable. Unreal. That's who it is. It's not Elon Musk. All right, that's who it is. That's who the fuck it is. So I'm telling you, man, it's not looking good whatsoever. It's not looking good. As a matter of fact, the American voters know it too. Did you see this? 60% of voters believe that Elon Musk is out for himself. All right? All right, nearly 6 out of 10 voters concerned Musk is using Doge for his own financial benefit. Well, no shit. No shit he is. All right, how come he's not cutting any of his own contracts? Huh? This guy's talking about waste. I mean, I find it hypocritical that you've got Elon Musk talking about waste when in actuality, he is the biggest welfare queen in America. All right? Should Elon Musk pay back the $38 billion of government funding that we gave this piece of crap? Huh? How come he's not canceling out any of his shit? How come he's not paying back any of the crap that our taxpayers gave his ass? Take a look at this shit. Elon Musk, business empire built on a $38 billion government funding. Can you believe this shit? And then this guy is supposed to be lecturing us, the American people, about cutting and wasteful spending. What about your ass? What about your ass? $38 billion of U.S. taxpayer dollars funded Elon Musk. It's a fucking disgrace. All right? It's a fucking disgrace. And guess what? While he's cutting, or while the Doge is cutting, he's going to get more fucking contracts. Take a look at this. Musk has the inside track to take over contract to fix air traffic control communication systems. Oh, what a shock. What a shock. Unbelievable. And let me get to some of these buy me a coffees here and some of these Rumble rants. I don't know who this Kamala Harris is, but come on, Maine. And wait a minute. Hey, since since Libs of TikTok wants to laugh at Epstein victims, let's go to that stupid... No, don't dox that bitch. I'm not saying that. And Justin Carvalad, well, when a home in Japan is exponentially cheaper than the one in the U.S., I say konnichiwa, choto mate, kasute, or some shit. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's millions of homes in Japan that are fucking vacant. But I don't know, to each their own. And then Froppy, Amy Gleason isn't the face of DOGE. She's the fall girl. No one at DOGE has ever mentioned her, and a few of them claimed that they always thought Elon was their bosses because they reported to him. Well, yeah, that's what I'm going to get to that in just a second there, Froppy. And Cheers Drunkler said, watch your traitorous mouth, Ghostler, or Musk is going to send big balls to San Antonio. I don't give a fuck, all right? You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. And hold on, we've got some Rumble rants. Let me get to some of these Rumble rants here. We got Old Man Frank. Yeah, fuck you, Old Man Frank. And we've got President J. Ghost, Republicans need to be the adults in the room. Also, Ghost, look at this lady, or look at the looks on this lady. Well, I mean, this broad looks like she should be serving me fucking crab legs at the fucking Golden Corral, dude. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But anyway, Musk, the inside track, once again, for another bunch of taxpayer money. I mean, the audacity of this guy talking shit about spending and waste when he is the biggest welfare queen of them all. I mean, the biggest welfare queen of them all. Now, going back to his infamous email to the federal workers, even a more misdirection of communication. On the 26th, Trump came out and said that Musk's email was actually just voluntary. What? It was actually just voluntary. So, I mean, what the fuck is this administration doing? I mean, who's really in charge? I mean, who has the lines of communication here? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I just can't believe that everybody just thinks that this is fine. You know, everybody thinks this is great. And by the way, you know that infamous wall of receipts that DOGE has as a website to show all their savings? All of a sudden, they're quietly deleting billions that they've claimed that they've saved. It's all bullshit, all right? It's all bullshit. And let's just say you believe that DOGE is cutting. How much have they cut? They've supposedly have cut at least $100 billion. $100 billion, right? Yet, you've got, if you look at today, you've got the fucking House initiating a fucking budget bill where they want $4 trillion for the fucking year. So how the fuck are we cutting spending and only cutting $100 billion, and you've got the House GOP wanting $4 trillion added to the fucking debt? How the fuck does that work? I mean, do you understand how stupid you fucking people are? And you know what? I'm almost taking glee in the fact that at every step of this administration thus far, he has slapped each and every one of you fucking morons in the mouth. You know that? Trump has slapped every one of you magatards in the mouth, and I'm kind of fucking laughing about it. You know what my favorite is? You know what my favorite fucking slap to the mouth to you magatards is? I gotta show this. I'm sorry. I gotta talk about it. I've gotta talk about it. Put the PC shot on. How about becoming a U.S. citizen for $5 million to get a citizen gold card, huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, this is great. I am 100% behind this. I am 100% behind this. And you want to know why? Because I tweeted about this. And you know, I just don't understand why none of you magatards are like pausing and saying, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. I thought we were making America great again. What the hell is happening, Trump? Look, he understands, just like I understand, that you American people are a bunch of ungrateful, fucking spoiled, narcissistic. I mean, you think you deserve everything when you haven't produced anything for this country. All right? And I'm not joking around. And I tweeted about this last night. Take a look at this. Okay, Trump deports the Mexicans. All right? Now, with this, $5 million gold citizen card, It's going to bring in a whole foreign elite class, a whole new foreign elite class. And guess what's going to happen? The American people, the natural-born American people, are going to become the new Mexicans, baby. The prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again, boy. I love this. Here, listen to what Trump said at the cabinet meeting. Here, play it.
It's sort of a green card plus, and it's a path to citizenship. We're going to call it the gold card. And I think it's going to be very treasured. I think it's going to do very well. And we're going to start selling, hopefully, in about 2 weeks. Now, just so you understand, if we sell 1 million, right, 1 million, that's $5 trillion, 5 trillion. If we sell 10 million, which is possible, 10 million highly productive people coming in, or people that we're going to make productive, they'll be young, but they're talented, like a talented athlete, that's $50 trillion. That means our debt is totally paid off, and we have $15 trillion above that. And now I don't know that we're going to sell that many. Maybe we won't sell many at all, but I think we're going to sell a lot, because I think there really is a thirst. No other country can do this, because people don't want to go to other countries. They want to come here. Everybody wants to come here.
Yeah, and you know what, folks? What's going to happen, all right, is that just like I told you was going to happen, you American people are going to be replaced, all right? Your idea of what American is going to be second-class citizenship, all right? I mean, just imagine. I mean, Trump is talking about bringing in 10 million people, all right? 10 million people at 5 million a pop. 10 million people at 5 million a pop. All right? And that's going to create a whole new elite class system that is going to subjugate American fucking people. And you know what? To all the folks that are out there that are going to be $5 million gold card citizen members, holler at me. Let's party. All right? I'm not joking around. For all the people that are going to buy the $5 million gold card citizenry, all right? Holler at me. We're going to party. All right? All right, y'all are cool with me. All right, y'all are cool with me, baby. I'm not joking around. Hey, what did I tell you? You people are going to be fucking mowing my lawn, all right? You people are going to be spit shining my shoe. You people are going to be doing the Mexican work, so get used to it, all right? Get used to it. I told each and every one of you this was going to happen. And what happened? Oh, y'all are going to be second-class citizens now. Y'all are going to be second-class citizens now. Hey, I actually like that Trump did this. All right? I'm 100% behind this. All right? I know this makes you all seethe. All right? And I told you this was going to happen. Did I or did I not say that Trump was deporting the Mexicans? Okay, deporting the Mexicans, and you people are going to be the new Mexicans, all right? You people are going to be tending to the agriculture and the livestock, and you know what? You're not going to have a choice. You're not going to have a choice, because the economic conditions of this country are going to be so bad that you're going to take any fucking job that you can get. Any job you can get. Take a look at this. Jobless claims, inflation, climbing. All right, jobless claims hit 4-month high, adding to inflation and recession fears. I don't think that we're going into recession. I think we're going into a depression, if you want my personal view. I think we're straight up going into a depression. And you have this administration accelerating that, if you want my view. Absolutely accelerating that. And Red Eyes Black Dragon with a rumble rant. Bro, what the fuck? Trump said eggs were going to cost $2 a dozen within the first 2 weeks of his presidency. It's $9 now. Well, what did I tell you? I told you all this was going to happen. Look in the archive, whether it's on Rumble or whether it's on YouTube. I told you all this was going to happen. Verbatim, I told you all this was going to happen. Anyway, Froppy, literally who the fuck outside the U.S. has $5 million in cash to pay for citizenship to be productive? Listen, they don't want productive people, Froppy. They want a new class system. They want the money to come in, okay? And once the money's in, the fucking foreigners, the rich foreigners, are now the ones running the show in America, all right? Anyway, if you have $5 million in cash to burn, you're already a rich guy who has no reason to become productive and moving here. This is a joke. They're not coming here to be productive, Froppy. They're coming here to take control of the country. You understand? I mean, just like you said, somebody that has $5 million to become a citizen is probably fairly wealthy. All right? So the elites of the elites are going to be moving here. They're going to take residency here. And once they take residency here, it doesn't matter where they're from. Trump says it doesn't matter if they're Russian oligarchs or Chinese, or it doesn't matter. They're going to be the ones funding the politicians. They're the ones that are going to be funding all. I'm telling you all right now, this is what you voted for. All right? This is what you voted for, and you're getting it. And I told you, baby, let me tell you, I almost like Trump again because of all the pain that he's inflicting upon all you American ungrateful pieces of spoiled shit. I'm sorry. Oh, what, I'm a bad guy? I can't have some gallows humor or some shit? I'm taking glee in the fact that all you little MAGA idiots that were like, yeah, no, you're a fucking Democrat. You hate America. You hate this. Oh, yeah? You like this America now? Jobless claims hit 4-month fucking high, adding to inflation and recession. And look, these jobless claims are based upon the private sector and all the layoffs and all the closings and shit. That's not including all the firings of the federal employees that are going to hit the goddamn jobless claims. And that's what, they were estimating, what, a 1.5 million? 2 million fucking people being laid off at the federal government? Let me tell you something, baby. It's going to get bad. It's going to get bad out here. And I'm glad because each and every one of you fucking MAGA-tards deserve it. Each and every one of you MAGA-tards deserve it. And take a look at this. America's economy is flashing warning signs of a slowdown. Hey, even if it wasn't flashing fucking signs of a slowdown, this administration is kamikazing this goddamn economy into the ground. I mean, give me a break. Yeah, I blame each and every one of you fucking MAGA-tards that thought, I don't know what you thought. I don't know what you thought, but y'all are idiots. All right, I told you throughout the whole 2024 campaign, you're idiots. This guy didn't promise you anything. He didn't say anything. And now that he's coming into power and doing everything for the PayPal mafia, you fucking idiots are wondering why he's doing it? Give me a break. Give me a break. Unbelievable. Signs of a slowdown, huh? And guess what? All right, the economy and prices of shit, it's not the only thing pissing people off. Did you hear about this? What about Epstein? Huh? What about Epstein? Look, this is a fucking GOP bitch over here. Take a look. Anna Luna blast DOJ over Epstein address book. Get us the information we asked for. By the way, did you see that ridiculous fucking PR move by the White House, inviting all these stupid right-wing fucking chattering class assholes like Cernovich and Prosobic and those fucking homos, all right, prancing around in front of the White House with the Epstein file book or some shit. Y'all see that shit? Here, let me show you, all right? Let me show you. And these fucking dumbasses who did this, I'm pretty sure they realize it, but they're being used as propaganda, all right? And of course, they don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck. They're a bunch of fucking losers that talk their way into their positions. They don't give a flying fuck. All right, take a look at this. This is the quote-unquote MAGA chattering class coming out of the goddamn White House, supposedly with the Epstein files. But guess what? It was nothing, Burger. It was nothing. Look at them. Here they are. Look, they're all out here like, we got the Jeffrey Epstein files. Yeah, look at me. We got Jeffrey Epstein. It was nothing. It did nothing. I mean, did you see the shit? It was all redacted. It was all redacted. And now Pam Bondi is coming out and trying to blame the FBI. All right, she's coming out saying, it's Patel's fault. I can't get all the information. All this bullshit. And look at this shit. This was all a PR move. Every one of these people that came out here should be investigated, in my opinion. Look at this shit. All these stupid chattering class idiots, they're out here prancing around a fucking book that says the Epstein files when they know it wasn't shit. It wasn't shit. All right, look at this fucking piece of shit. This piece of shit is an anti-American scumbag right here, if I've ever seen one in my life. All right? All right, Prosobic is a piece of shit. And if you want to know why I think he's a piece of shit, let me show you. All right? Let me show you why I think Prosobic is a fucking piece of trash, and you can tell him I said that. He's a piece of shit. He's a traitor. Because he said this at CPAC. And by the way, CPAC was a fucking joke, all right? What a joke. It looked like the Libertarian Party, for heaven's sake. It was fucking pathetic. Take a look at this. Here's Prosobic out here giving a speech at CPAC, and listen to what he says. This is worse than Obama. Play it.
Donald Trump is not violating the Constitution. Donald Trump is restoring the American Constitution. Donald Trump is the living embodiment of the American Constitution. Donald Trump is embodying the values of our founding fathers for the first time.
The living embodiment of the Constitution. That's what Mao Zedong said, you fucking moron. All right? That's Mao Zedong rhetoric. Because Mao believed that what he said was law. All right, that's what Mao Zedong believed. What he said is law. What he says is what the law of the land is. I mean, this guy's a fucking piece of trash. Prosobic, you're a fucking asshole. You know that? You're a fucking stupid scumbag loser, and I hope that the next administration throws some charges on your ass for being such a fucking anti-American scumbag. This is Mao Zedong rhetoric. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit, Prosobic. But this is MAGA, folks. This is what all of you fuckers decided to go and vote for. This is what you fuckers wanted. You got it. All right? You got it. All right? MAGA, MAGA. Well, you fucking got it. All right? And the fact that you people are suffering, it brings me a little joy. All right? It brings me a little joy that you people are suffering. And guess what? These people out here in America, they've had just about enough of this as well. Did you see this town hall where a Republican representative was trying to take some fucking questions from his constituency, and they are sick of what the fuck is going on in D.C., and the goddamn guy, Trump, hasn't even been in the goddamn White House a little over 2 months. Play this fucking shit. Play it. Here it is.
Taxpayer, and as of this moment, I'm a voter. The reason why I say as of this moment, because I'm also a married woman who took my husband's last name. This means that my birth certificate does not match my legal name. On January 9th, 2025, you joined as a sponsor of HR 22 SAVE Act. This means that me and 69 million women like me who have taken their spouse's last name will not be eligible to vote. I want you to look me in the eye and tell me why.
Now, this woman is 100% correct, all right? They're trying to indirectly suppress the woman's vote, believe it or not. And this is the kind of shit the Democrats tried to do when they were in power with fucking Biden. Remember that? They tried to, add ways for fucking people to vote, you know, mail-in ballots, all this bullshit. Here we have an attempt by the Republicans to void most women votes. I'm not joking around.
You're trying to take away my right to vote.
Now look at this idiot. Now look at this representative. He doesn't know what the fuck to say. This is just one example of what Republicans are having to deal with their constituency relating to MAGA, Trump, DOGE, and all this shit.
Bill is going to take away 69 million people's right to vote. I disagree.
Every single news outlet, Fox, CNN, every news outlet that is reporting on this are saying that it is going to make it incredibly difficult for any woman who has a married last name to vote. It is a voter suppression law that you signed on as a sponsor of, and I want to know why you're scared for me to vote.
If you'll let me talk, I think you'll see that we were just down at an IT conference and a bipartisan approach to voter ID. Now, they actually have digital ID that we can do in the future that's going to solve a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. And this is a Democrat. Wait, no, this is a Democrat. I'm going to tell you what a Democrat solution is that I agree with, if you'll allow me. Is this a bipartisan issue or not? Do we want to come to a conclusion where we can agree and move on? Or do you just want to yell at me and call me names?
The politician doesn't know what the fuck to say. He's like, look, you want to just yell at me and call me names? You want to... she's asking why the fuck does she have to change her fucking ID? That she has to have a fucking a passport with her maiden name as opposed to her married name. Play the rest of this shit.
But if you want to solve this problem, we can actually give it. I'll just sit back here and just let you know.
McCormick, I hear what you're saying about a digital solution, but the SAVE Act that you are sponsoring requires a paper ballot. It requires a paper birth certificate. It requires you to show up in person. It takes away everything digital that you're talking about. It requires in-person voting registration with a birth certificate that matches your current legal last name. It is voter suppression. It is not a bipartisan solution.
And this guy can't even explain it. I mean, if it isn't, why doesn't he try to explain it?
Mr. Kent Ackermont.
I mean, look, they're getting upset here.
Please answer.
So, I'm happy to review what it says, but
I'm happy to review what it says. You signed it. He signed it. I don't believe it says that.
you can yell all you want, or we can have a discussion, and you can come in and we can actually go over it.
Yeah, this is what Republicans have to deal with here.
I came here to have a discussion. I think a lot of you didn't come here in good faith to have a discussion. You came here to yell.
Oh, he's a victim. Republicans playing victims now. Oh.
They were unhappy, and I wanted to have a discussion about how we can get to the end point and solve some problems. I didn't have to come here. My staff didn't have to come here.
Oh, I didn't have to come here. What a scumbag, man. I mean, look at this. This is what fucking Republicans have to deal with because of Trump, DOGE, Musk, and all the bullshit that they're doing, man. All right? And I have to agree with the assessment of James Q-Ball Carville, which is a Democratic strategist. I think that this could all fall on its head within 30 to 45 days. I absolutely believe that. I mean, it's just getting too much here.
It's your job.
How many town halls we have? We've done
your
4
job.
town halls. And I continue to come back, and I'll continue to come back.
Because it's your
But
job.
If you want to have a discussion, we can have a discussion. But this is about solving problems, not about just yelling at each other. Because once again, we don't convince each other by yelling. We convince each other by sitting down and figuring out how we solve them.
Answering questions.
Okay, so this will be the last question, and then it'll be your.
Oh, that's going to be the last question, I'm sure.
Mr. Dale Jordan from Cumming, are you here? Mr. Jordan from Cumming asks, with Governor Kemp's appointment to the Council of Governors.
All right, anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that these goddamn Republicans are having to answer for what the fuck's going on in the administration, and it doesn't look like they have a good explanation for it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a good explanation. But before we get into anything else, Alexander the Resurrection with a Rumble rant. Hey, Ghost, I got a new job with a construction company after 2 months of being laid off from my previous employer. I'll be back producing splices to terrorize you again soon. Have a great stream. Well, great. Thanks a lot. And we've got Old Man Frank, fat scammer. Well, fuck off, all right? Jesus Christ, man. Everybody's talking shit. Hey, let me get to some of these buy me a coffees. Froppy said, literally, who the fuck? Oh, we already showed that one. Kits does a flip, says, if you want the real Epstein list, just look up who moved to Israel. What the hell does that mean, Kits? And Froppy said, meanwhile, Kamala Harris is relaxing at home with a sign that says, I told you so. If Harris won, we would have already had radio graffiti by now. Sad. Shut up, asshole. All right, Froppy. And we got Gino X 1987 who said, remember how I told you for years Trump killed Epstein and you always said I was full of shit? Apologize. Well, I don't know who killed Epstein, all right? I know that he was suicided, all right? But once again, MAGA is upset that the real Epstein list has not been released. All right, what Pam Bondi released was a bunch of redacted garbage. And everybody's a little upset about it. But let's be honest, folks. You want to know why that they don't want to release the Epstein files? I mean, do we really have to show this again? Do we really have to show that? Put the PC shot. This is why, all right? This is why they're not going to release the Epstein files, all right? Play this shit.
A 1992 party at Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein shared a joke and a laugh. NFL cheerleaders danced among the crowd. The video from NBC's archives was shot more than a decade before Epstein served 13 months in a Florida jail for procuring a minor for prostitution. Last week, after Epstein pleaded not guilty to new...
Now, this was a report when Epstein was still alive, FYI.
Federal sex trafficking charges, the president characterized their relationship.
People in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
But in a 2002 magazine article, Trump called Epstein a terrific guy, adding, "It is even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side."
Whoa!
On Thursday, a federal judge will decide if Epstein gets out on bail. Prosecutors have argued he is both a risk to the public and a flight risk, citing his more than $500 million wealth, piles of cash, loose diamonds, and an expired foreign passport under a different name, but with Epstein's photo, his residence listed as Saudi Arabia.
What?
The defense team said the passport was acquired from Austria in the 80s for personal protection when Epstein traveled in the Middle East, stating their client was concerned about kidnappers, hijackers, or terrorists. Tonight, decades later, Epstein's fate is in the hands of a federal judge.
He was
Stephanie Goss.
He was consequently suicided by somebody. But once again, that's the reason why they're not going to release the Epstein files, okay? That's the reason why right there. So all you MAGA people that are pissed off, well, you got your answer, all right? And hold on, I'm Mike Cunt. Unban me from X-Hambo, and I will stop talking shit on 42 coin. I didn't know you were actually serious about it. Well, dude, anyway, it's at $170,000 right now, okay? So how do you like me now? And what is this? President J, everyone was on Epstein Island. What the hell does that mean, asshole? What does that mean? Anyway, let's just get off Epstein. You idiots are not going to get the Epstein files. And all of you magatards should be fucking hollering. And some of them are. But of course, the ones that were invited to the White House, you know, they're just heel kicking because they think they're a part of the fucking cool kids table. Now, back to Elon Musk, all right? Now, this is today's Ghost Report. And this is reporting on the cabinet meeting that was held, and it was televised yesterday. And basically in that cabinet meeting, Trump told his cabinet that he backs Musk. And I don't know if you saw it, but he said, anybody who here has a problem with Musk, get out of here right now, is what he said. So, I mean, it's Musk or bust, all right? And here's a couple of peek inside of the White House cabinet meeting. I don't know if you saw Hegseth. He looked like he was half drunk daydreaming. There's Ratcliffe looking a little concerned and perturbed when Musk was the premier first speaker. Marco Rubio also looked a little perturbed that he's even took this fucking job and he has to put up with this circus. Bergdom over there was smiling the whole time. He couldn't believe that he's there at the table. Robert F. Kennedy looked like somebody farted on his best suit, for Christ's sake, when Elon Musk was talking. And not only was RFK Jr. disgusted at Musk beginning the fucking cabinet meeting, all right, but also Stephen Miller. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Stephen Miller, but he is the top advisor. That's him right there, and the bald guy right here. He looked like somebody killed his puppy the whole goddamn cabinet meeting. So even though Trump tried to make it a decent attempt at a PR, at, you know, kind of damage control out of everything that has happened, I mean, you could sense the tension in that room. You can sense that there's reluctancy into obliging whatever the hell Elon Musk wants. And if you haven't seen this cabinet meeting, I would suggest to take a look at it. And by the way, I mean, I think that Trump is getting old right before our eyes. I mean, I know he's 78 years old, but is it me or is this guy, I mean, can he not keep his eyes open? You know? And here's cosplay Barbie, you know? I mean, Christine Noem, you know, she's she's in a nice fucking flak jacket. She's riding on a horse with a cowboy hat, you know? And here's Musk, all right, smiling and laughing. And, you know, the interesting part about this situation with the cabinet meeting, Musk tried to redefine what his position was in the White House. And that's why he's wearing a tech support shirt, because he is trying to reestablish what his role is, and he's trying to claim that he's merely tech support. He's merely tech support. That's what he's claiming. And, of course, they had some prayer. You know, I mean, this is, of course, not Trump. Trump is Jewish, by the way. And, of course, more snapshots from the cabinet meeting. And there's Musk. He attended, of course, even though he wasn't elected. And, you know, I think it's a shame that this guy is the richest man in the world. And that's kind of why I'm for this $5 million gold card citizenship. Because we need some elites with some class, for fuck's sake. All right? I mean, this guy looks like a Columbine kid shooter. All right? And this guy's the fucking richest guy in the world. Whatever happened to classy fucking billionaires, man, that wore fucking $5,000 suits and shit, had walking sticks, all right, and had fucking models like flocking on the side of them and shit. What the fuck is this? I mean, if this is a billionaire, then what the fuck do people have to aspire to be? If this is a billionaire, unfucking believable. But once again, Elon Musk, tech support, all right, that's what he's claiming. I'm just tech support. That's all I am. It ain't me. I am not the administrator of DOGE, and the reason that he had to come out and say this is because there's a lot of court cases and a lot of judges trying to ask what role is Elon Musk, and now he has to redefine it. I'm just merely tech support. That's all I am. I'm tech support. Now, somebody in here is saying, well, Musk is banging a lot of bitches. Oh, yeah? He's getting thoughts, all right? He's getting thoughts, and I'll get to you in a minute, tough guy. And for all those that don't believe me, take a look at the maternity suit that he now has. Or the paternity suit, not paternity suit. Take a look at that. The paternity suit between Ashley St. Clair, you know, the ex-cam girl, and Elon Musk is turning nasty. Well, no shit. No shit. And the real question is, how did some bitch like Ashley St. Clair, some disgusting whorebag, get this close to Musk? I mean, if a bitch like this can get this close to Musk, then what can Russia or Chinese operatives do? Huh? I mean, look at that Swalwell idiot. That Swalwell got fucking messed up with some Chinese spy named Feng Feng that he was banging. I mean, I think this is the real story here, not the fact that he got lured by some stupid right-wing Twitch thought or whatever the fuck she is. But you know what? I don't hate on Ashley St. Clair, you know, because everybody's hating on her. You know, you got Milo Yiannopoulos and Laura Loomer claiming, she planned this. She trapped him. She trapped him. Look, this guy penetrated her body, ejaculated in her uterus pipe. All right, 9 months later, a baby's coming out. This guy's the richest man in the world, and he doesn't want to pay child support, all right? He doesn't want to pay child support. And guess what? He is paying attorneys $3,000 an hour in order to handle all of his bullshit. Can you believe that? Fucking $3,000 an hour old fucking Musk is spending on attorneys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this guy has the audacity to talk about morality. The GOP has the audacity to talk about moral principle, for fuck's sake. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. But hey, that's a billionaire, right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me get to some of these Buy Me a Coffees here. And cheers to everybody out there hooking it up with Buy Me a Coffee. I appreciate it, man. We got Tub Guy. He said, I suspect you might like this article. Huh? Well, let me go ahead and take a look at it. Thank you, Tub Guy. Cheers to you. And let's go ahead and take a look at what Tub Guy wants us to take a look at. Put the PC shot on. It says student loan borrowers could face lifetime of debt under GOP plan to gut loan forgiveness. Oh, hey, Maga! Maga! How do you like that shit? I'm telling you, I'm liking Trump now, all right? I mean, he is making you people suffer, and I'm liking it. I told you all, when you all are suffering, I want you to think of me, because I told you all this was going to happen, all right? I told you all this was going to happen. So all of you people that got student debt, you are now indentured servants. And not only are you indentured servants when all these $5 million gold card members come into this fucking country, you're indentured servants to them. And you're indentured servants to the capitalists in this country. So all of you, all right, all of you people that are in indentured servitude because you went to goddamn college to go bang bitches and fucking have your goddamn head filled with bong resin and shit, I want you to get down on your fucking knees right now. I want you to get down on your fucking knees and I want you to spit shine my shoe, boy. You understand that? Spit shine my shoe. Because you all voted for this. I told you all were voting for your own fucking subjugation, and you people didn't believe me. I love it, dude. I'm loving it. Anyway, cheers to Tub Guy for that one. All right, cheers to Tub Guy for that one, man. Woo! Anyway, let's move on, all right? Let's move on. And let's talk about some international news since we've been harping on a lot of this Trump, DOGE, Elon Musk stuff. I mean, let's talk about it, all right? Now, let's fast forward to yesterday and today's coverage of Ghost Report. Put the PC shot on. Take a look at this. We belong together, this little graphic of Putin and Trump. Why is Trump so obsessed with Russia? And this is a very good article, by the way. And these people go into extensive research on why Trump wants to court Russia. What's the motivation? And it's a story about money, power, revenge, and heaven knows what else. All right? Heaven knows what else. But it talks about all the quotes that Trump has made about Russia over the years. Power, all right? Trump admires it, enjoys it, and defers to it. He has condoned rather than condemned Putin's use of naked military force ever since 2014. In April of that year, a month after the annexation of Crimea, he said that Putin had, quote, done an amazing job and parroted a Kremlin line that crowds in the peninsula were marching in favor of Russia. In 2015, a presidential contender, he gave Putin an A for leadership. In 2018, a meeting with Putin in Helsinki as president, he accepted Putin's claim not to have meddled in the 2016 election over the verdict of the FBI. Senator John McCain said no president has ever abased himself more objectively before a tyrant. This month, having conceded Putin's key war aims for nothing in return, he told journalists on Air Force One the Russians, quote, have the cards. Now, money. Trump has used Russia as a source of finance in the past. And he's being invited to do so again. All right, in early 2000s, Trump, quote, said, could not get anybody in the United States to lend him anything. An architect who worked for Trump for many years told Foreign Policy it was all coming out of Russia. Okay? In 2008, the year Putin invaded Georgia, his son Donald Trump Jr. said Russia funds pretty much make up a disproportionate cross-section of our assets. Okay? 2016, Trump Sr. admitted flipping a Florida mansion bought for $40 million to a sanctioned Russian oligarch for $100 million. All right. In 2017, Reuters calculated that Russia had bought a property worth $100 million in 7 Trump apartment buildings in Florida. This month, the head of Russian Sovereign Wealth Fund told Trump's delegation to talks in Riyadh that there were joint wins to be had as soon as sanctions were lifted in Russia, where he had U.S. businesses had lost $324 billion since the loss of the war. And revenge, right? Trump has his own story involving Zelensky. 6 years ago, he phoned Ukrainian president, hoping to tarnish Joe Biden before the 2020 election by persuading Zelensky to open an investigation into Biden's son's business dealings in Ukraine. Instead, the call led to Trump's second impeachment. So it gives you an idea why this obsession with Russia Trump has. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Now, what's unfortunate is that Trump is playing like both sides here. All right, Trump is playing both sides. And I mean, I really don't know the method to what he's doing. All right? He's playing both Zelensky and Russia, and I don't know the culmination of this. All right? I really don't know the culmination of this. Now, Zelensky tomorrow is supposed to head to the White House. Okay? Now, there's supposed to be some kind of deal involving mineral rights relating to this visit by Zelensky to the White House. And the unfortunate part about it, if you take a look at today's edition of Ghost Report, there's a mineral deal. What's in the proposed mineral deal? Okay? Well, right off the bat, there's no security guarantees for Ukraine. All right? The deal supports Ukraine's pursuit of security assurances, but doesn't want to provide them. Resource development. Ukraine and the U.S. will jointly develop Ukraine's natural resources, including critical minerals, oil, and gas. All right. Reconstructive fund, a joint fund to receive 50% of Ukraine's state-owned resource revenues. Reinvestment. Funds profits will be reinvested at least annually for Ukraine's economic recovery. And, of course, there's still pending details on everything else. So that is what is going to be happening tomorrow. We've got Zelensky headed to the White House in hopes of trying to make a deal. All right? Now, with that being said, if you heard yesterday, Putin is trying to offer a deal as well. I mean, did you see about this? I mean, Putin is saying that he will offer some of his natural resources. Take a look at this. Putin offers Donald Trump Ukraine's rare earths. So all of a sudden, both sides are trying to court Trump with natural resources, for fuck's sake. So very interesting situation. And kick that asshole out of here. Kick him out of here. All right? Get out. Sorry, I have to kick these losers out of here, even though I'm trying to spark synapses in the brains of folks out here. All right? And according to Putin, though, if you ask him, he's saying that he and Trump haven't discussed any ways to ending the Ukraine war in detail. So, I mean, just so much miscommunication, dude. We don't know what the hell is going on. All right? Nobody knows what the hell is going on. So once again, Putin has said that him and Trump haven't discussed any ending of the war in detail, even though Trump is saying that him and Putin are fucking buddy-buddy, and as a result, they're going to have a deal by the end of the week. I don't think so, all right? I don't fucking think so. But we'll see. I mean, Trump says a lot of things, He says a lot of shit. Who knows if he'll come through with it. But, going back to the obsession with Trump and Russia, Trump is considering, believe it or not, lifting Russian sanctions, all right? All right, take a look at this. Trump says sanctions against Russia to be lifted at some point. And look, that's what is causing Putin to come to the negotiating table. Because right now, in my opinion, Putin's economy is teetering. It's teetering at this point. And that is what's forcing Putin to come to the negotiating table at this point in time. All right? And that's what I say on the latest Ghost Report, is Russia's economy forcing Putin to make a deal. Take a look at this. Russia's economy's nightmare, as expert warns, when it could face a number of issues. Labor shortages and spiraling costs of groceries have left the Russian economy on the brink. All right? So Putin is he's got his hands tied. He's got to make a deal. All right? But he wants to save face. He lost over almost 1 million fucking Russian troops. So he's got to make it look good for his domestic population, while at the same time somewhat looking powerful on the international stage, which is going to be a very complicated thing for Putin to accomplish, in my opinion. All right? In my opinion. So I think that the economy is forcing Putin to make a deal. And just to show you that he's desperate to make it, take a look at this. All right? Now, let me kick somebody else out of here. Thank you very much. Putin warns Western elites against stopping U.S.-Russia reset. Now, who is Putin actually threatening? He's threatening Europe. And that's why you had Macron. He came by the United States in hopes of talking to Trump. You have the UK's prime minister here today in hopes of talking to Trump. I mean, it's fucking unbelievable. So here you've got Russia warning, all right, warning European leaders not to fucking mess around with the U.S.-Russian negotiation of the Ukraine war. Unbelievable, man. And we got old man Frank. I see the fat dunce of Scammer is back ripping off Rumble rants. I'm fucking sitting here and fucking saying your stupid Rumble rant, you fucking moron. And arrogant bastard, 1 million troops, about 10K North Korean meat shields. Yeah, no shit. And arrogant bastard Sogos, I have to ask, would that include myself, even though I'm going into the STEM field that probably should pay off my loans in a couple of years? Well, dude, arrogant bastard, I don't know. AI has thrown a monkey wrench into the engine of the economy, and I think that AI is going to take out a lot of jobs. AI coupled with robotics are going to take out a lot of jobs. So if you're working and as a result you're able to pay it off within a short amount of time, good for you. All right. But in my view, I think that almost every job is in jeopardy. But anyway, that's Putin. Once again, we're going to see what happens with this deal. Today, U.S. and Russian diplomats met in Istanbul in order to kind of, I guess, smooth out whatever's going to take for Russia to kind of end this war with Ukraine. But you got, I think, Marco Rubio. I think you've got the U.S. envoy there. You've got some of the folks from Russia. I'm not too sure if Lavrov is there or he's going to go there. So that's what's happening in Russia. We'll see if Trump can end this war without caving even more into Russians' fucking hands and shit. And we got JSEV a little late. It's a little late in the day, but I'll take any opportunity for a nap. And look, I wasn't for Trump. Well, good. Thanks a lot, J7, you fucking piece of trash. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about China, since we've already talked about Russia. Now, China is playing the game properly. They're just playing some Sun Tzu type art of war type stuff. You know, they're just laying back and seeing what's going to happen with Russia and China. Now, a part of the reason why Trump is going at Russia, aside from his own interest, he thinks that he can drive a wedge between China and Russia. And China today warned Trump. And he said the following. Here's Beijing. U.S. can't divide Russia and China. Okay? Beijing says U.S. attempts to sow discord between Russia and China are futile. And I think that's the reason why Trump is trying to court Russia in order to make China jealous. I know it sounds like a fucking prom or some shit, but that's what I think it is. All right? And Beijing is saying, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And they've been flexing nuts as of late. Have you heard about this? Take a look at this. China flexes its muscle in Indo-Pacific. Aside from them having a live fire exercise off the coast of Australia, forcing Australia to divert 44 flights, they were also in the Gulf of Tonkin, believe it or not, with Viet fucking Nam. All right? They were trying to intimidate Vietnam earlier this week, and that was covered on Ghost Report. So China is still flexing muscles with naval exercises and that sort of thing, but trying to make itself look like it's the diplomatic people on the world stage. So you got to watch out for China as well. And I mean, one thing that I think that Trump is doing well is putting the pressure on China. And how is he putting the pressure on China? Well, he's going to add another 10% on the Chinese tariff here. And that's already on the 10% that he put on coming into the administration. And look, I don't know what Trump's deal is. I don't know if he's going to try to force China into a better deal. I don't know if this is leveraging. I have no idea what this is. But I'll tell you right now, we were just talking about in the financial portion of this broadcast that everybody's paying more for food. Everybody's paying more for things to live on. All right, you're going to pay more for everything else now. And if you haven't seen the increase on Chinese goods yet, you're about to see them. You're about to see them because aside from these 10%, now 20% tariffs on everything coming in to the country from China, did you read about this? China is now going to be required to pay $1 million, okay, every time a Chinese boat port calls. Take a look at this. White House wants Chinese ships to pay $1 million for every port call. So that's on top of the 20% tariff. They're going to have to fucking pay $1 million to dock their goddamn ship. So all this is going to be relayed on the consumer. On top of the 40% spike in eggs that we've seen in the past 2 months, aside from near all-time highs in beef, aside from all this shit, we're now going to see regular everyday crap that you see being sold at Walmart and shit go up the ass in price. All right? So, as I was telling you folks, all right, throughout the whole 2024 election cycle, I told each and every one of you that Trump was not going to do anything about inflation. And everything that he was advocating throughout the whole 2024 election cycle was contradictory to what he was saying. And now y'all are all seeing it. Now you all are seeing it, and y'all are going to pay. And look, I know many of you are losing your jobs because it's not a good economy. I mean, every day we're hearing about layoffs. We're hearing about closings of fucking companies. And look, we haven't even seen the full effect of that. And you combine that with the federal employees that are all going to be laid off. 1.5 million, 2 million federal employees. It's going to be bad. But you know something? I'm looking forward to it. Because I pay way too much money for employees. You know that shit? I pay way too much money for employees. And there's going to be so much unemployed people now that I'm going to be able to pay them Mexican prices. All right? I'm not joking around. I told all of you that you all were going to be the new Mexicans. All right? I told all of you that you all are going to be the new Mexicans. So when you're out there working your ass off, I want you to think of old Ghost. All right? I want you to think of old Ghost like in back of you on a horse saying, yeah! All right? Piece of shit. Anyway, once again, sticking it to China, old White House, once again, aside from the 20% tariffs, $1 million for every fucking boat that wants to be docked. So it's going to be a lot of money. You know, a lot of money that's going to be transferred to the consumer. So I hope that y'all are ready for that. And on top of this, not only did I tell you all that we were going to have no fucking price come downs on any of the egg prices or any of the food prices, I also said that we were going to have terrorist attacks on American soil, which we've already had. But I also said in the 2024 election cycle that we will see another pandemic and we will see another lockdown. And why? Because Trump knows how to do it. The elites know that Trump has this mesmerizing hypnosis on these fucking magatards and most Americans that they'll do almost anything they say. And the first pandemic was proof of it. And guess what? Next pandemic? Yeah, that's right. Take a look at this. HKU5, CoV-2, the new bat coronavirus, China, that could trigger another COVID-19 pandemic. Huh? Oh, I mean, dude, give me a break. This was all easy to prognosticate. All this shit was so easy to prognosticate. That's why some of the small cap stocks that I'm holding are fucking mRNA shit, because guess what? Even though you morons thought that, yeah, Trump was against the vax and Trump was against this, the first thing he did was invite Larry Ellison and fucking Sam Altman to talk about mRNA vaccine coupled with fucking AI technology. All right? I fucking knew it. All right? That's why I'm going to be raking it in, baby. All right? I'm already planned ahead. I knew Trump wasn't going to do shit about the vaccines and mRNA and all this other shit. I told you. Now, if it isn't this HKU5 CoV-2, the new bat virus out of China, have you seen all this other shit that's happening out here? Oh my God! I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Take a look at what's happening in the fucking the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. They have a mysterious deadly illness that's already killed like almost 100 people out there within the past week. And they have no idea what the fuck it is. All right? It's just a mysterious, deadly fucking illness. Now, they've ruled out Ebola. All right, but they have no idea what it is. There's only speculation about what the hell this mystery deadly illness is. Okay, we've got that. All right, we've also got a cholera outbreak out in the Sudan that has killed 70 in a week. All right, and we've also got some measles cases out here in Texas. I don't know if y'all heard about that. All right, we've got some measles cases coming out. So there's a lot of things going on out here. So be expected to be locked down again if you want my personal opinion. All right? But hey, y'all voted this in. That's what y'all wanted, right? That's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted this shit. So you got it. Enjoy it. All right? Jesus Christ. Let's move on. All right? We've talked about Russia. We've talked about China. Let's talk about Europe. Let me tell you something. Europe, I mean, they are unbelievably shocked at what America has done. All right, take a look at this. U.S., Europe splitting. 5 signs that it's happening. All right, the first sign, the vice president scolds the EU leaders. All right, that was the first one. Second one, Zelensky calls for an armed forces of Europe because you can't really depend on the United States. The third one is U.S. holds separate talks with Russia over Ukraine, with Ukraine not being at the table. All right. The fourth one is the German leader questions U.S. commitment to Europe's defense. And, of course, the fifth one, at the UN, the U.S. refuses to condemn Russia for the Ukraine invasion. So they abstained in the Security Council vote. So, I mean, Europe right now is in shock that this is happening. All right. And it leaves us very vulnerable, in my personal opinion. It leaves us very vulnerable. Now, the EU, they realize that, holy shit, we've been in Brussels choking our chickens about fucking climate change and all this bullshit. We got to put our fucking axe to the grind. And did you hear this? Take a look at this. EU executive plans major reset of the economy as critics fear climate change will suffer. Yeah, well, no shit. No shit. Okay? Yeah, let me tell you something right now. The EU realizes that they have been left with their pricks in their hand when it comes to innovation on a global scale. They have wasted their time hanging out, having meetings in Brussels about absolutely nothing. About absolutely nothing. So now what they're going to do is they're going to reset their economy and start deregulating, which is a completely different 180 than what the EU has been doing ever since its inception. All right? So they're now going to start deregulating and putting more investment into AI because there is no AI representation of Europe. There's no robotics representation of Europe. All right? Europe has just been sitting around in Brussels doing shit, playing pocket pool, for Christ's sake. So they're revamping their economy, a complete metamorphosis because of Trump. All right? And take a look at this, all right? No world order. Europe needs more radical thinking for the Trump era. Well, they're trying to do it. You can tell they're trying to step outside of their box. They're gonna. I would never thought that I'd see the Eurotards deregulate. I mean, because that's all Brussels does is regulate. That's all they talk about is regulation. So that's pretty radical in my opinion. And what's up to a crossover maniac with a $10 Rumble rant? Armed forces of Europe is a good idea. It's time for Europe to deal with their own problems. We're paying for half the Ukrainian war. If anyone should be paying for the war, it's the EU. While I do agree with that, but it looks as though at least the Ukrainians are going to pay us back. And we're going to see the culmination of that in the meeting tomorrow between Trump and Zelensky. Now, with that being said, I would like Trump to go after fucking Iraq. Because Iraq owes us fucking $7 or $8 trillion for liberating those pieces of shit. All right? So once we get done with the fucking rare earth deal with fucking Ukraine, let's go to Iraq and say, hey, you fucking pieces of shit, what about the $7 trillion that you fucking owe us? You ungrateful fucks? How about that? Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, once again, today, UK Starmer is visiting the United States and trying to persuade Trump not to go the side of Russia. And Starmer is committed to a major defense spending initiative, which he hopes swoons Trump to some extent. So we will see the culmination of this in the morning tomorrow, but that's what's happening. And Arrogant Bastard said, taking Iraq to the woodshed. You're goddamn right. All right? These fucking people owe us. And remember, they said that they were going to pay for the war effort back then with the fucking oil. And we haven't gotten dick. So cheers to Arrogant Bastard, all right? So once again, Europe over here, you got them trying to persuade Trump not to be so pro-Russia and how Ukraine is a commitment and they're willing to come up with some spending, defense spending. So let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Anyway, with that being said, there's a couple of other news stories around the news today. The Bank of Japan, I talked about it earlier, they are actually adopting XRP within their banking system. So that's why I keep telling everybody, if you're going to be looking at any crypto that's going to be universally accepted within the financial system, it's either XRP or Cardano at this point. We've got South Korea seeing a surge in marriage. Are you kidding me? Whoa! That's right. After decades-long decline in fertility, they're finally having some marriages, and I attribute this to this pop culture that they've created out there. You know, they've created a pop culture of this, what is this, K-pop crap? You know, where the males look like half-chick, ladyboy, effeminate fucks, and the chicks look like schoolgirls. You know, they're trying to copy a little bit of the Japanese. I actually saw a video of a woman, a white woman that went out to South Korea in hopes of nabbing one of these K-pop looking South Koreans. And when she got there, she was disgusted because, look, that's not how South Koreans look, all right? All right, South Koreans are probably, with all due respect to my Asian brethren, they're probably one of the ugliest of the Asians, all right? I'm not joking. They all have moon faces. I mean, with all due respect to my Korean brethren, I think that y'all are great. Y'all are great producers, all that shit. But if you want to take a look at what your average Korean is going to turn out to be, take a look at Margaret Chow, all right? All right, Margaret fucking Chow. I'm not joking around. And how is that racist? I'm just saying. I mean, they're false advertising. The bitch went to South Korea expecting some K-pop looking dude, and they were all fat because, you know, they're fat off the land. They're making a lot of money. They're producing a lot of shit. Samsung is producing a lot of shit. There's a lot of companies producing a lot of shit out there. So they're all getting fat off the land. They got these fat moon faces and shit. And the bitch was like, are you kidding me? I feel like I was catfished. I feel like I was catfished. Unbelievable. Cornbread Man, it's the same when anime fans go to Japan. Yeah, well, no shit. No shit. Thank you, Cornbread Man. And we got Geno X 1987. I got a prognostication for you, Frank. Trump is going to threaten to leave NATO by giving them an ultimatum to pay back whatever number of money he feels is owed to the United States. That America doesn't need foreign aid to protect its interests and will expect the world to bend the knee to his demand, much to the delight of Putin. Well, I don't think that's far off, all right? But we'll see. We'll see, Gino. I don't think it's far off. But anyway, South Korea having a marriage surge, believe it or not. But believe it or not, they have a population crisis as well, all right? So even though they're getting married, they're not producing enough people. And this seems to be a trend amongst Asians that are partaking in Western economy or the Western economic system. I mean, here you have South Korea having a population crisis today. Look at this, Japan. Japan's birth rates fell to a record low in 2024. So a lot of things happening in Asia, as much as they are successful, as much as good producers that the Japanese and the South Koreans are, the unfortunate byproduct of success is people not wanting to have children. I mean, because people that are successful, they don't really want to have children. And if they do, they end up like Elon Musk kid X, all right? Who tells the president in the Oval Office, you shush your mouth. You're not the president. You go away. That's what you fucking get when you're rich and have a kid. That's what you can. That's what you get. That's what the fuck you get. So anyway, let's continue. we were talking about North Korea earlier. North Korea is actually sending more troops to Russia, believe it or not. Take a look at this. North Korea has sent more troops to Russia. And I don't know why. I mean, they're just throwing them into a meat grinder. I mean, they're not even... I mean, I had said that little Kim in North Korea was taking a big risk by sending North Korean troops to Russia. If they didn't prove to be fierce fighters, then the intimidation of the hermit kingdom of North Korea is not going to be intimidating any longer. All right? And they're just throwing these dumbasses into the meat grinder. I saw some footage, some drone footage of North Koreans shooting each other accidentally. They're so incompetent in warfare. I'm not fucking kidding. They accidentally shot each other. But of course, you know, I mean, Russia needs men from somewhere. All right, they've already kind of used and abused their population, so they got to go to the North Koreans for something. And speaking of North Korea, another reason why we're seeing a contraction in crypto, aside from the fact that people are selling off, all right, I mean, that's really what's the cause of the free fall in the U.S. markets, is the fact that we got a lot of unemployed people that need United States dollars, and they're certainly not going to hold on to a bunch of digital tulips in hopes of them, I don't know, getting higher or some shit. They're going to liquidate, and they're going to survive. And that's what's happening to every single market right now. But with that being said, aside from that, bringing crypto down, this hack that happened, all right, did you hear about this fucking hack that happened in Bybit? 1.5 billion in crypto stolen, and they finally boiled it down to the fact that it was North Korea that did it. North Korea that did it. And look, this is making crypto users a little uneasy because they were able to steal this 1.5 billion in crypto from a brokerage off of a cold storage wallet. All right, so that should be a cause for concern for everybody who's in crypto. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Because if they can steal cryptocurrency off of a cold storage wallet that's offline, then what does that say about your shit that's in a digital wallet? All right, so once again, I tried to tell everybody, all right, abandon ship on crypto right after Trump decided to throw that rug pull Trump coin shit. All right, and as a matter of fact, Trump coin should be investigated. Because if you want my opinion, Trump coin not only put money in the pocket of Trump, he, in my view, used that to pay off everybody for their loyalty. And if fucking Democrats would take their fucking heads out of the twat of fucking AOC and all these dumbasses, they'd be going after that single-handedly. All right? Because that's what's going to take down Milei in Argentina, in my opinion. I mean, take a look at all the flack that Milei is taking, not just in Argentina. Other Latin American leaders are calling him out on that. So I'll tell you right now, this could be the thing that brings down Trump, because that was bullshit. That should be completely illegal, what Trump did. Just say, hey, I got a Trump coin going on, and then he fucking pumps it to 50 billion in market cap, and then dumps it all and keeps the billions to himself and probably some of the people that are involved in his organization. They all got paid off via Trump coin. So if anybody, the fucking centrist in the Republican Party, the Democrats, if they take their fucking heads out of their ass and investigate this Trump coin shit, I think this could single-handedly bring not only Trump down, but everybody that's in the MAGA inner circle that got paid from this bullshit. All right, just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue. All right, I got a few more stories I got to talk about here. Did you hear about Israel, the latest out of Israel? Well, they refuse to leave the Gaza corridor, which could potentially jeopardize the ceasefire with the Palestinians and Hamas. All right? Now, I do understand why Israel is doing this, because there was this ceasefire in an attempt to try to exchange hostages, okay? And when they got the bodies of these children hostages, Israel is claiming that Palestine gave them the wrong body. They gave them the wrong body. So that pissed off Israel, And, you know, I mean, this is just a never-ending conflict. By the way, I mean, are we still going to own Gaza like Trump claimed? I mean, he put out that ridiculous video. I don't even want to fucking air it. But he released a video of, I guess, Gaza once we take it over. I don't know. I might as well show it. You know, who knows? I might as well fucking show. Where is it? I had it here somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. Trump faces Truth Social backlash over AI video of Gaza with topless Netanyahu and bearded belly dancers. So let's play this. Here it is right here. I mean, this was ridiculous.
To set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear.
Look at this crap.
Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one. Trump Gaza shining bright.
Unbelievable.
Future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one.
We have an opportunity.
I mean, are we still doing this?
To do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute. I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad. This could be so magnificent.
In Gaza? Are you shitting me? Come on, man. In fucking Gaza? But I guess, I mean, we're still going to own it, I guess? Is that it? We're still going to own this shit? Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm telling you, man, what are we turning into here? And hold on, we got to buy me a coffee from somebody, Babyface versus Brass Knuckles. Okay, chicken little ghost, don't get too hyper because Trump looked to meat bucks, you'll stroke out. What the hell does that mean? Oh, you meant to say neat bucks. I don't collect neat bucks, all right, buddy? I don't collect that shit. Unlike you fucking people, all right? Anyway, let us continue, folks, all right? Iran. Now, believe it or not, Russia is now offering to mediate the U.S.-Iran relations. Can you believe this shit? Take a look at this. Russia offers to mediate between Iran, U.S. over nuclear program. So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, are we really going to go there? Are we going to use Russia as a mediator between us and Iran, for Christ's sake? And speaking of Iran, they're in bad shape because of all the sanctions that we have, of all the things that we've done to them thus far. Did you know that cryptocurrency may be crippling the goddamn country of Iran? I'm not joking. Look at this shit. Is Bitcoin mining breaking Iran's electrical grid? Unfucking believable. And why? Because they're fucking, what is their currency? I forgot what their currency is. It's dog shit. It's hyperinflation dog shit from all the hyperinflation from the sanctions. It is bad out there. And they've been having rolling blackouts, believe it or not, because they cannot suffice the demand. And believe it or not, it could be Bitcoin mining that is causing this. Bitcoin mining. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. But Iran, let me tell you, they're coming out now. Because of Trump's threats, they are accelerating their production of nuclear material. And I don't know whether we're going to do something about it or not. Remember, Trump is not a very big fan of Iran. And because of the threats, Iran is now at full speed ahead trying to nuclearize, or I should say, weaponize uranium. So, hey, thank you, arrogant bastard. The Iranian currency is called the rial. Thank you very much. Cheers to you, man. But, I mean, Iran getting a nuclear weapon, I mean, are we going to allow them to do this? I know many people are saying, well, Ghost, Pakistan has a nuclear weapon. They're not doing anything. Yeah, that's because India's right there, and India would kick the shit out of you, all right? India would kick the shit out of you. That's why. But anyway, Iran's speeding up its weaponization of nuclear material because of the threat of the United States. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, I guess, all right? And I also wanted to talk a little bit about the situations that are going on in the Sudan and in Somalia and these areas. Let's talk about Somalia. Somalia, believe it or not, is now kicking the crap out of al-Shabaab because of our backing. We are aiding them. Somalia kills 130 al-Shabaab fighters in a airstrike. All right, so Somalia trying to take it to the fight to al-Shabaab. And the Democratic Republic of Congo leader, since everybody's talking about mineral rights and all this other shit, right now the Congo is in a major fight, major battle with the M23 rebels. And they need all the help they can get. So the DRC leader comes out and starts to begin to offer the U.S. and the EU fucking mineral rights. Because believe it or not, in the Congo, they have the biggest deposits of cobalt. They have the biggest deposits of everything that we need when it comes to chip making. The problem, to Tshisekedi, the leader of Congo, we got to put boots on the ground. You know, because the M23 fucking rebels are sick motherfuckers, and they're gaining ground, and Tshisekedi may not be around for much longer. So he's like, hey, here, take my rare earths. Come and protect me. Help me. Help me. I don't think anybody's going to help him, because who the hell wants to go to the Congo? You know, Che Guevara, the communist revolution leader that aided Fidel Castro of taking over Cuba, he decided after taking over Cuba and a failed financial ministry reign, he decided that he wanted to have worldwide revolution, Che Guevara. And he wanted to dedicate himself into aiding revolutions. And one of the ones that he aided was the Congo. And he thought it was the most disgusting experience he had ever seen. He said that the people in the Congo are the worst fighters that he ever fought with in his life. All right? He thought they were lazy. They had no fucking discipline. He said they were the worst fucking fighters in the Congo that he had ever seen. So even though you've got this Tshisekedi, or whatever the hell his name is, the leader of the Congo, trying to offer rare earths to the United States, I don't think that's going to lure us to go in and put boots on the ground in this fucking country. You know what I mean? But hey, that's how desperate they're getting. You know, hey, we got rare earths. We got rare earths. And arrogant bastard said minerals and deadly unknown diseases. Yeah, you know, it's very funny that you say that, because I was just talking about how Congo is having some mystery illness that's killing a lot of people out there. So very interesting what's going on. And speaking of which, I think that's about it. I think we're already done. Oh yeah, that's right. Here's the mystery illness. Let's just go over that. Here it is. Who tracks mystery illness in the Congo? We don't know what it is. And I think I'm pretty much done. I think I pretty much covered almost everything that I wanted to cover here. All right. No, I think I'm done. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get to some totally useless news. All right? Let's get to some totally useless news. All right, let's take a look at it. By the way, on Ghost.Report, all right, this is how you read Ghost.Report. Here's the headline. On this area right here is going to be all the Trump, domestic news, DOGE, Maga, you know, all the domestic stuff. All right. And in this square right here is where you have like science, you know, sciencey weather stuff. And then the block below it is a little bit of some sports news. And then you go to the second block. This is usually going to be the main subject of the international news. That's usually China, Russia, Israel, that sort of thing. And same with here. This will either be Russia, China. Down here is usually European news. You go up to the third column. The top block is usually Asian news. And you go to the middle block here, it's usually Middle Eastern news. And this one right here, all right, is totally useless news, all right? Now, let's get to some. This was on the 24th. Did you hear about this new TikTok trend of dropping heavy objects on your feet? Doctors are warning against this because you risk a lifetime of pain, but that's what people are doing. Play it. That's what they're doing. All right? Dropping heavy objects on their feet. All right? I mean, let's play this. Where's the TikTok? You're gonna show? Well, they're not going to show us because they don't want to encourage the trend. But they're dropping heavy objects on their feet. And let me tell you, when you break your feet, your feet are never the same. All right? Your feet are absolutely never the same. You're going to be walking with a gimp for the rest of your life. Not fucking good. All right? Not good at all. Yeah, here it is. Here's the trend.
Oh, sky remote. Stop licking yourself.
Dropping objects on feet.
A toaster.
A toaster.
Glass jug.
Glass jug.
An air fryer.
Air fryer. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god. A monitor.
A monitor? Yeah, what an idiot. Anyway, yeah, skip to the anvil. No shit, but that's the new TikTok trend. And everybody wonders why they wanted to make TikTok illegal. Give me a break, all right? Another totally useless news. Gun-toting male sex doll is actually the bestseller. Can you believe this shit? You think of all the sex dolls that you could possibly get for sale, and this right here is the one that is popular right now. Gun-toting sex doll. Adult toy manufacturer said one of its best sellers is a gun-toting male sex doll in a sweaty vest that can feature a 9-inch long dong. All right? So I'm trying to figure out. So if it's a 9-inch dong, so does the person that gets this fucking doll want like a gun, like pointed to their head? Well, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck? What's the mindset? What's the mindset of this shit? Unbelievable. And Crossover Maniac, they should have dropped those on their dicks so they don't reproduce and spread their stupid genes everywhere. Yeah, no shit. And somebody in YouTube said, does it come in black? Fucking sick assholes. But here we are. All right. Gun-toting sex doll. Top seller, for Christ's sake. And I threw this one in for good measure. This is an oldie but goodie. Does Trump's neck look like a blown-out vagina? Huh? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. All right, this was during the debates. All right, I thought it was funny. All right, I mean, it looks like a blown-out vagina hole. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. All right, once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm sorry, all right? Here, let's take some more totally useless news. Did you hear about this? This was unfortunate. Take a look at this. People were forced to sit next to a corpse for hours because the passenger died mid-flight. Can you believe this shit? I mean, can you imagine? Look, there's the corpse right there. All right, there it is right here. This poor bastard had to sit next to a fucking dead body because the damn person died in mid-flight. Just imagine that. Look, this guy, I mean, he's still shocked by it. He still can't believe it. Spent 4 hours hanging out with a corpse that was probably rotting and fucking smelling up the joint. Unfucking believable. And he looks dead tired. Yeah, no shit. He looks dead tired. Y'all remember John Wayne Bobbitt? He was the infamous guy that got his penis cut off by Lorena Bobbitt. Well, unfortunately, folks, he had to have, not his penis, his toes amputated. He had to have his toes amputated. Now, for all those that don't remember, this is the man that had his penis cut off in the infamous, the infamous Lorena Bobbitt situation, where Lorena Bobbitt cut off his penis, took it for a drive, threw it out in the street somewhere, and, that was the story. Well, now he has to have his feet amputated because apparently he had done some military tours and caught some shit that had him had tumors and had a bunch of shit go on, and he had to unfortunately have his toes amputated. So bad luck for John Wayne Bobbitt, I'll tell you that. And since we're talking about sex, did you hear about this? Woman speaks out after intro vitro fertilization mix-up produces a black baby. All right, I'm not joking around. All right, this broad went to a clinic to try to have a baby, and it ended up it was a black baby. All right?
Hurt me in ways that I have yet to discover.
Look at this.
And there are literally no words or unit of measure that can describe the damage that they have caused.
That's why Christina Murray says she's suing coastal fertility specialists, the people who helped her become a mother and then took away that joy within seconds of delivery.
He was beautiful and literally the best thing I'd ever seen.
Now, let me give you the short synopsis of what's going on here. This broad went to get intro vitro fertilization, And, you know, I don't know if y'all know what that is. They actually create the baby in a petri dish, all right? And then they insert it into the uterus of the woman. Now, what ended up happening is that there was a mix-up in which she was implanted with a full black baby that came out. It wasn't her eggs. No, it was not her eggs. So she was holding what she thought was a white baby, all right? 9 months later, it was a, like, black baby. No, it wasn't, like, mixed breed, like fucking, you know, it wasn't mulatto. It was black. So she figured, well, shit, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to carry this baby. And when she notified the clinic actually notified the actual parents of that black baby, and the black baby parents sued this white woman in order to get custody of the black baby. And unfortunately, they got custody. They got custody for the black baby. I'm not joking. So that's why this woman is suing, because she took care of this kid, you know, had the kid, took care of this kid, and thought that she was going to raise this kid. Unfortunately, the black parents of the kid sued her, and she had to give up the kid. And hold on, Carlos Mora Don Juan, you want to bob it on my cock? What the fuck does that mean, you sick fucking pervert? Jesus Christ. Anyway, that was a hell of a mix-up. And I think she has a right to sue, if you want my personal opinion. All right? She's got a right to sue. Let's do a couple of more. All right, let's do a couple of more. Did you hear about this woman who had one of those IUDs? Now, for you that don't know what that is, it's like some plastic thing that they throw into some woman's hoo-ha in order to tie up, I guess, her eggs from dropping or some shit. And it's a form of birth control. Have you ever heard of that? Some plastic ring they throw up in there or something. Well, the woman's IUD actually came loose during rough sex and had to rush to the hospital. All right? Imagine that. Imagine you're banging some broad who's supposed to have this fucking ring in her twat in order for her to prevent her from getting pregnant, and you're banging her so hard that it comes loose. All right, here's the broad, by the way. Here she is. She's some supposed Brazilian influencer. And here's King Dingaling that made it happen. All right? Here's King Dingaling that made it happen. So I'm sure this guy's proud of himself. Yeah, I fucked the goddamn... I'm sorry. I fucked the goddamn birth control right out of my bitch's fucking hoo-ha. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, well, one more totally useless news, and I got to get the hell out of here. All right? One more totally useless news. Man caught with cocaine in his toupee. All right, did y'all see this? Take a look at this. I mean, they look at this shit. Look at this moron. Look at those fucking cocaine in his toupee. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's mozzarella, he should have said. It's just mozzarella.
La cual contenía más de 220 gramos de
cocaína. I mean, that's fucking 7.7 grams. Or ounces, I said. Ounces, my bad.
Se atacan las rentas criminales.
About 10,000 euros worth.
En territorio europeo. Y esta ya es la segunda captura que se realiza en el aeropuerto en estos controles.
In a fucking toupee. Anyway, folks, that concludes the True Capitalist Radio broadcast for the day. I want to say cheers to everybody out there who listened to the broadcast. I appreciate each and every one of you. Fuck you, old man Frank. Cheers to Devious Dave. And Arrogant Bastard, he said, I thought you'd get a kick out of this one. All right, let me take a look at it, all right? I guess somebody's got another totally useless news. Let's see what Arrogant Bastard has in store for us here. Let me see if we get a kick out of this one. Put the PC shot on. We got OnlyFans star dies at 27 after falling from balcony in Brazil while filming content. What the fuck kind of content? Did she have buyer's remorse? Huh? She's like, I can't believe it. I took all these fucking ding-dongs in my hoo-ha, and she decided to do an R. Kelly and shit. I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky. And cheers to Duke Orville with $50 Rumble rant. And he said, hey, Ghost, what a market. Huh? Yeah, no shit. No shit, what a market. I tried to cover it earlier today. Duke, if you didn't hear about it, go back in the VOD or kick it with me in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. I'm going to be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room here in about 20 or 30 minutes. All right? So cheers to Duke Orville. All right, I appreciate it, man. Cheers, baby, cheers. But anyway, arrogant bastard, thank you for this one. I appreciate it. And yeah, I saw it, man. Devious Dave, I don't know if you saw my rant earlier, but are we getting no tax on overtime? Hey, that's not even in the fucking bill for the budget, Devious Dave, on either the House or the Senate. Okay? All that bullshit that Trump said during the campaign, that no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, the Bitcoin reserve bullshit that he said, none of this was on the bill. None of that shit. No, it's not. It's on the House bill, Devious Dave. It's not on the Senate bill. And the House bill doesn't look like it has the votes to go through. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. And if you want to become a True Capitalist Radio chat member and you want to have serious conversations, put the PC shot on. Become a member right here, all right? True Capitalist Radio member here. Choose a tier and come kick it with us. I don't know if you saw my latest, my latest YouTube post. But we're trying to help people here. I'm trying to inspire people to not be incels, to not be enemy worshipers, to not be a bunch of losers, all right? We're trying to create winners in the True Capitalist Radio chat, all right? Save the losers for the Ghost Show who, wax their fucking carrot, all right? Half these fucking trolls out here are fucking asshole jerk-offs. All right, these trolls that are talking shit in the chat room, these are the kind of people that would throw D batteries at disabled children. All right? That's the kind of fucking people we have over at the Ghost Show, and I wish that you fuckers would stay the fuck over there and not come here to the True Capitalist Radio Show. All right? Son of a bitch. Anyway, with that being said, if you have not done so, please add to your bookmarks and add to your favorites my official website. You just type in ghost.report into your browser. All right? Ghost.report. And look, you will know everything you need to know for the day. The world on one fucking web page. All right? The world on one fucking web page. Make sure to not only go take a look at it every day, spread it around the internet, man. Put it on your social media. Keep people informed. Keep people informed. Anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in with me. Once again, I'm going to be in the True Capitalist Radio member chat here in about 20 or 30 minutes. And yes, I'm going to be doing a ghost show tomorrow. All right? I'm going to be doing a ghost show tomorrow, so all you folks that want a ghost show, you're going to get one tomorrow. All right, I was still trying to recover from the ghost shows I did last week. And by the way, I want to give acknowledgement to Play These Whatever, who is going to be the first video for tomorrow's ghost show, and Jack is Okay, that trolley bastard. All right, you guys are going to be having your videos played tomorrow on the ghost show, 8-ish, all right, tomorrow. So put that on your calendar. All right, we're going to have a ghost show tomorrow. And remember, it's different from the True Capitalist Radio Show. It's a bunch of internet tomfoolery. That's why I tell the troll terrorists to stay over there at the ghost show and don't come here to the True Capitalist Radio Show, all right? Anyway, once again, I'm going to be kicking it in the True Capitalist Radio chat. I hope that you guys become members, all right? Anyway, I'm out of here. And by the way, if you're not a member of the True Capitalist Radio chat, I've been kicking it in the Thunderdome as of late. So consider going into the Thunderdome. There've been a lot of weird shit happening in there. All right, a lot of and enter the Thunderdome at your own risk. All right, enter the Thunderdome at your own risk. And of course, we have the Inner Circle. Anyway, old man Frank Tubler had D batteries and thrown him as a child. Fuck off. All right, anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. Thank you all for tuning in with me. Ghost show tomorrow. And the fourth card, it's coming sometime, probably next week. We had a few people that are no longer with us in the True Capitalist Radio chat room, and they're trying to get one over on a free card, so we're happy to deal with that. But anyway, let's go ahead. Cheers to everybody in here. All right, I will see you all tomorrow on the Ghost Show and next week for the True Capitalist Radio Show. Don't forget to go take a look at Ghost.report. Until next time, I'm out of here. Woo!